What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Changelog. We have some more updates for you guys as per usual. So first things first, Grizzlython just concluded, and congrats to everybody who submitted a project. There's tons of them. Jacob, how many do we have total, do you think, right now?
It's well over 700. I think the initial submissions were over 800. So it's really cool to see, once again, we're breaking another record on hackathon projects.
Yeah, that's amazing. And I got a chance to take a look at a lot of them on Twitter. A lot of us have kind of posted threads. There's been people kind of asking, show me your project, stuff like that. So from everything I've seen, looks really cool, super ambitious. I'm pumped about a lot of these. And we should have reviews and judging in a few weeks, maybe sometime in April. So stay tuned. We'll try to get you guys updates on that. But again, great job. Really love to see the excitement.
Yeah, and if you haven't already, definitely create a Twitter account for your specific Grizzlython project and talk about it. We love to see it. We love to hear about your new projects. And that's what will actually get a lot of attention and people knowing about your project in the future, which will help you in the long run.
Yeah, and if you guys have noticed, it's been mentioned a few times on Twitter, but one of the most important pieces of this hackathon is it gives you a chance to market your project. So whether or not you win any kind of prize, you still get an opportunity to expose your project to the community. And you shouldn't feel discouraged at all. You can continue just building this thing out. You can get support, you can get contributors through just having submitted, right? So make sure you do make a Twitter account, get active, and just talk about what you made.
Awesome. Jumping right into this week's proposal. This week is about priced compute units. So this was a proposal made to kind of apply a price on specific compute units, just as the title says. So what happens is there is a compute limit cap on every block. I think it's 48 million compute. So every block, that is a good resource compute. So if it fills up, there's nothing else that can be put on it. Currently, compute usage is not priced in at all. So this proposal kind of outlines a way that our thought process of how we can add a price to specific compute units. So for example, let's say a transfer is 5,000 compute. That transfer would actually cost for both the signature and the compute. Do note this proposal is still in discussion, so it's not finalized at all, but feel free to look into it.
Interesting. And that was proposed by the community member, correct? Not from anybody from Labs?
Yeah, someone from the community. It's great.
Yeah, keep it up. Cool. And then rolling into the commits, kind of business as usual for a lot of these things. A couple of things that jumped out at us. I'll start with just the one for the validator startup. So there's a CLI command to boot up a validator. Now your validator is going to default to just skipping the clean shrink step. So I believe originally that was an arg that you provided. Now it just happens. So validator start up faster, which is kind of the nutshell of that commit. What else did you see, Jacob?
Yeah, that's awesome. So there were a few other ones. Is that there was an error on the actual panic for initial accounts hash verification, and so that it doesn't just panic and you don't know what happened. You can actually read through the error and understand. Okay, why was the verification failed? Love to see that. Better error messages. That's always helpful in the long run. And then finally this week, there's an option added to the ZK token SDK to create proof context state in the proof verification program. So that's ZK token SDK. That's something in token 2022. That means something that you can do confidential transfers in the future. So continued work on the SDK and on token 2022 is always great to see. And then the resource of the week is the Solana Developer Forum. So we have relaunched the Solana forums, and this is a developer forum so that you as a developer can go and talk about either application standards or the latest SIMD, or maybe an upcoming release or feature, or maybe even in the future tooling. This is a place for developers and communicated with developers. So please join it and join the discussion.
Yeah, we would really love to see that. And just bringing all of these kinds of conversations into the open in a collaborative way with a forum styles, right? So you can have threads and stuff like that. And yeah, like Jacob said, tooling would be one really cool one to bring to that platform where you can basically say hey, I think this particular aspect of building on Solana could be made a lot easier. If we made something like this, if we created an SDK that did this or something like that. And then you can just get immediate thoughts. You can get exposure to your idea and maybe even like assemble a team, right? So definitely check that out. It should be live by the time this video drops, and you'll be able to find it at forum.solana.com. Yeah, that's really about it for the changelog today, guys. Thanks for joining us. Appreciate having you every time. And then we'll catch you next week with more changes.
All right, bye.